StuDichotomy.
A class of kids.
Crucial, thought-provoking questions.
And occasionally something serious mixed in.
Featuring the kids of Shref Tech.
And Brad Schreffler.
Hi, welcome back to the StuDichotomy podcast. We're at episode 7. We're joined with period 1 with Harry, Colton, Preston, Jen, Schreffler, and me, Bobby. And today we're talking about pre-crime.
So should I explain what pre-crime is?
Yes,
you were the one that wanted to do pre-crime. In the movie Minority Report, which is a great movie.
Everyone watches that movie.
It's a great movie. You should watch it. But anyways, they have these precogs who can see the future, and they can specifically see murders before they happen. And so what this group of pre-crime investigators do is go out and capture the people that are about to commit murders before they do it. And then they arrest them and prosecute them for murder, even though technically they never committed a murder.
Yeah, and then, that just doesn't work because...
Well, then it's a movie. I mean, it's a movie, so of course it doesn't work. It wouldn't be a very good movie if it just worked out perfectly and all it is just stopping people from actually doing bad things. That'd be a very lame movie.
I think if all movies were like that, it'd be very lame.
Yeah, but all movies aren't... Why was that argument?
I think his point is if one movie was just them actually effectively catching bad guys, it might actually be a
documentary.
Good movie. Anyways, my question is more about, should we be allowed to arrest people for something we know they're going to do but have not yet done?
Yes.
Yes, but with
Depends
exception.
what we've done.
Yeah.
Don't we have due process?
No.
Yes, we do.
I think you should
No.
automatically be
This is in the
arrested.
future when we
Wait,
don't have
no,
due process.
Due process is literally like court. You still have to go to court.
And
Yeah,
you
the
still
thing is
defend
that-
yourself. They're just prosecuting people.
In Minority Report, though, that's not good. But, there's say if you arrested someone for knowing that they're going to commit a murder or something like that, sure, you shouldn't prosecute, you could be able to prosecute them for not murder and convict them of, murder, but there should be, a new crime area that would be created if, we would be able to see the people be able to, see in the future what people will be able to do.
Bad thinkers jail?
Yeah, bad thinkers jail. There'd be a new type of crime, like premeditated pre-murder or something like that.
Well, but back to the due process. You cannot prove in a court of law, beyond any shadow of a doubt, that I murdered someone if I didn't murder someone.
Right, but you can prove that they were thinking about murdering someone. So if you can see into the future to see they're going to murder someone, then you can prove that they were going to murder someone. So that's what I'm saying. You have to create a new crime called premeditated pre-murder.
Premeditated pre-murder.
Yes.
And what is the punishment for premeditated pre-murder?
Slap on the wrist.
Slap on the wrist.
What? I said life.
Just yank you out of the situation in which you were going to commit this premeditated pre-murder?
Yeah, your mom slaps you on the wrist and then they let you go.
Look at your mom. Wait, what if your mom
home? Awesome.
They have a generic mom figure that's always in the
have a
compound.
generic mom figure that's in the compound.
Yeah.
I mean, it got a 91%.
It's a great movie, I told you.
Really?
Harry looked on Rotten Tomatoes.
I always thought when I heard the movie title that it was a comedy movie. Because it just sounds like a stupid, Minority Report. It just sounds like
Like
a
it's
weird...
a buddy cop movie.
Yeah, I was like, that just sounds like that. I was like, what?
All right.
I mean, it has Tom Cruise in
Yeah.
it.
I did not know
I mean, that's hardly a proof of good or bad.
Yeah, I
to
was
be
like,
fair.
What do you mean? Most Tom Cruise movies are so good.
Ghost Protocol.
I think, okay, so it is kind of hard to me to accept the fact that we would be arresting for someone for something they might do. We can't know for sure that anything could have changed. We can't know for sure that things would be different. But at the same time, we are kind of in a situation where if we, even in modern day, we have social media where people blast everything they say they're going to do, right? So there's plenty of times where we have social media posts that say, okay, well, this person might do something bad, but we can't arrest them or punish them for something they say they're going to do online because maybe they don't mean it, maybe it was just a joke, maybe someone else got into their account, maybe they do mean it, but they're going to calm down in a few hours and not do anything about it. So how do you, in a world where you can effectively gather enough data, and even now, you can't see the future, but you can get enough data about someone through social media and the internet to get a good picture of them, how do you continue to prevent crime if you can't punish someone for something they haven't yet done?
I'm sticking with my thing. To where if you were to run a bunch of tests before actually, throwing them in jail, let's say you run 5 test runs. But in these test runs, you make sure that the, victim is safe and, I don't know. So say the stabby boy is going to stab the guy in their bed. You're going to replace it with, a sandbag or something. And then
You
if
like
they
body double
stab
them?
if they stab that sandbag, they're going to jail. And then like the next 5 times you do something like that.
But you do a test like that of like 5 or
But if
10
they
people,
don't
and if
stab.
if they realize that it's just a sandbag and not a body, and they don't stab it, does that mean that your precog is wrong, or
no, that
they
means you
realize it's
suck at hiding it.
Has to be a very realistic sandbag.
You run more tests.
Okay,
More testing equals.
more testing. So we just endlessly test this by slowly replacing everyone that's about to be
You
murdered
run-
with some sort of body double.
You run more tests
And now
until it
we
reaches
entered
10 in a
Portal
row.
2.
And then you start arresting everyone.
More testing.
Just endless testing.
Oh, that's not a bad idea, actually. Impressive, interesting. I just thought about it really hard in my head for a second. Like going into the future, not to get a good idea of who the murderer is, but
But who
who's
the
going to
victim
get murdered.
So you just
To
save the
then
victim.
witness protect that victim and
Just
put
that
in
one
some
time,
some kind of decoy, not another living being, obviously, but some kind of decoy to let the murder play out. And if the person still tries to murder whatever the decoy is, like I don't know, maybe in the future, whenever we have this weird technology, we'll have weird robot people or whatever.
We should make
right?
the,
What if
we should
we
just
put
make
a
the
Roomba?
we should just make the decoys the previous murder, like in just like an endless, like the guy that we busted for the murder the last time. He's now the decoy
I was
in the
thinking,
next murder, and so he gets murdered by the next murderer. And it's just like they slowly kill each other off that way.
I was thinking about the Iron Man suits from the start of Age of Ultron that are protecting the city. I can't remember what they're called, but if they just put those there instead, and like someone they'll try to stab it, it'll just like it won't go through, and then it'll just turn around and arrest him right on the spot.
Okay,
We can
So
improvise
he
with a
can't get
mannequin
away.
and a Roomba.
Mannequin and
and a Roomba. That's
Yeah.
the plan. Yeah.
That's not bad.
We're in a future where we can see the future and have the technology to track these precogs, but we don't have anything better than a mannequin and a Roomba.
We have a budget.
Roombas
Okay, we have
they'll be
a
more
budget.
advanced though. Roombas will be by then.
Oh, definitely. My Roomba can't even go over my rug.
In the future, they will be able to though. Don't worry.
Tanks. They'll have the thread tires instead of like whatever they have now.
It'd be like a little Roomba tank.
Yeah. So I was
Makes
thinking.
sense. All right, Bobby, you had another topic for us to talk about
Yeah.
that you have not warned any of us about.
Wait, we didn't come up with a conclusion.
There's never a conclusion.
Okay.
No.
The world is lacking conclusions.
So, like, my problem is
Oh, that was
that
depressing.
I would like to conduct not an experiment, but a study and a bunch of research about Hot Pockets because
Hot Pocket.
Next.
Hot Pockets could be the best creation ever, but the company Hot Pocket has simply ruined them by making them unbearable to eat.
Was that from Jim Gaffigan? Hot Pockets. That's a good stand-up. You should watch that.
Oh, it's also the Hot Pocket
Yeah,
slogan.
but that's kind of the point. Anyways,
I think I've seen it.
okay. Literally, the funny part about this is my tongue is injured. I burned myself yesterday on a Hot Pocket because they're either lava hot or ice cold.
That's the problem. And
Well,
no
it's 'cause
matter
you're heating them up wrong. You're
Oh,
not
no,
getting it.
because no matter what,
Put it in for 2 minutes, and sometimes it turns out
No,
ridiculously hot.
If you
just
put
gotta,
it in for a minute 56, I guarantee you that 4 extra minutes will make it.
extra
4 extra
seconds.
minutes?
4 extra minutes to make it lava hot.
Yeah, just nuke it really quick, and then cut it in half. Wait for it.
Fireball
to
in a
cool down.
mouth over there.
I just don't think like if you follow the exact instructions on a container of a microwavable food you bought and it comes out and it should be ready to eat when it comes out of the microwave.
No, that's when it's
But
edible.
but you still eat like most of the time when I eat hot pockets, I still wait a few more minutes to eat it before I even think about eating it.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure the instructions say microwave for 2 minutes and then let sit for a minute or two before.
That's
you
what I'm
eat it.
saying. But like, there's been multiple times in my life. This is why I stopped buying hot pockets. I'm so serious. There's multiple times where I've microwaved a hot pocket. I've actually forgotten about it. Came back 5 or 10 minutes later, and it still burns my tongue. Still, like how? How is it a
It's
thing that
because
happens?
it's like it's
PB&J
entrapped the
is
heat.
superior.
Yeah, it's
Inside of the thing.
It's a contained nuclear explosion.
Yeah, that's why you got to cut it open.
But how did pizza rolls master that, and hot pockets didn't?
They have little
And
slits
pizza
on the
rolls are
side.
cooked for
So,
longer.
no, I
They
have
have
the
slits on
trick
the
for
side.
cooking pizza rolls in the microwave. You
No, I'm talking about-
arrange the pizza rolls in a circle
Ew,
because
wait,
that's
you
how
just
the.
completely
No.
ruin pizza rolls for
What
me.
do you-
No, actually,
No,
I think in the
no,
microwave
no,
they're not
no.
terrible.
You could actually make them crispy in a microwave.
Yeah,
You 2
and
minutes
that's
on
how-
one side, 2 minutes on the other,
No,
and
he's,
on that last.
he's wasting time.
No, I got it.
No.
All right,
That
come on,
one's-
let me hear it.
Dunzo.
You arrange them in a circle because that's how the microwave patterns work.
Okay.
It makes them cook evenly. So the middle will always cook. In a microwave, the middle
Right.
will always cook faster than
Right.
the outside edges. And so you arrange them in a circle around the edge of a plate, and therefore they all cook evenly. Which I guess technically is probably the problem with a Hot Pocket, because you just have this lump of future intestinal issues sitting on a plate, and you microwave it all at once.
Okay,
but still,
you can't
what if we put it on the side of the
your
plate?
mouth is completely numb from the fact it's super hot. It's good.
Well, that does make it... The fact that you can't taste it because of the burnt tongue definitely helps.
Why don't we
Hot
just make a
Pockets
new
are also
brand of...
not good.
Yeah.
What do you mean
that's
Hot
all.
Pockets are super
No,
good?
because the thing is, pizza rolls, like, Hot Pockets wouldn't be so bad if we didn't have something so good to compare them to.
I used to
You
eat
have-
Hot Pocket every morning.
You have
I used to peel...
Hot Pockets, whatever. If we didn't have like
It was
the legendary pizza roll to compare the Hot Pocket to, then the Hot Pocket wouldn't be so bad. Because it's cool. It was innovative when it first came out. Like, wow, it's basically a calzone you can put in the microwave, right? But then pizza roll was like, oh, let's make a much better product that you can make a lot quicker and get a lot more of without it burning your tongue.
I
like
hear your
crazy.
issue.
But bagel bites are superior.
Hot Pockets aren't the issue.
Yes, bagel
The
bites.
microwave
Because
is.
you can eat pizza in
No.
the morning.
So
pizza
if-
anytime.
Like the waves are of the heat coming off
They're
the microwave,
crunchy.
whatever. So if we just make a new Hot Pocket that's circular and goes around the plate, it'll cook evenly.
Listen,
Yeah, but
the
who
last-
wants one
The
continuous
last
hot
thing
pocket?
we need is the last thing we need is more innovation in the Hot Pocket brand. Like, there's
Wait, so you're telling me you want a Hot Pocket
It's like
that's just
crust.
like 5 Hot Pockets.
It's
and
just
then-
like a big donut.
That's
Yeah,
terrible.
I was going to say, you want a hot donut?
If you wanted to do
Although
that,
that
you might
would
as well
be
just
free
you might as well
interesting
just call over 4 friends and make 5 Hot Pockets in a circle on a plate, because then that's the only thing you're
Yeah,
doing.
but
No
you
one's going
can't
to eat
put
5
rectangles in a circle.
I did find the
You can do a pizza
instructions
roll.
on Hot Pockets.
Pockets.
what does it say? Let it
It
sit for
says
75
for
minutes.
best results, cook one at a time. To complete cooking, wait 2 minutes to enjoy.
But even
To
2 minutes,
enjoy.
I don't think is enough.
I don't
No.
enjoy
I
it.
don't trust that.
I think it's.
I think you need to stab a hole
If
in
I
it
cook
and wait
2,
2
do I
minutes,
have to
so
wait
all the
4
heat can
minutes?
get out of there.
You're supposed to cook one at a
It says
time. That's
only
what
cook
the
one at a
instructions say, Preston.
Don't cook more than one. Don't get greedy about it.
I think it's like when you boil hot dogs, for example, like you know how you have
That's
to put
just
slits
awful.
in them? Yeah,
That's
that's
awful.
terrible. But for example,
Don't
when-
boil anything except for rice.
Yeah,
or
so
pasta.
when you boil a hot dog, you're supposed to cut slits in it, right? So that it doesn't go like explode everywhere. So
My mom just puts a lid on.
Wait, is that real?
Why
Yeah.
do you boil a hot dog?
When you boil
you've
hot
already
dog,
got the
it-
stove. If
to
you
be
got
honest,
the stove, just put it on a
when you
skillet.
boil or
But it
microwave
is
hot dogs,
quicker
you're
and
supposed
cleaner.
you're supposed to cut a slit in them so they don't explode or do anything crazy.
Oh, I wish
Oh,
I
is
knew
that
that
like when
before
they
I
split
burned my
open?
hand.
Yes.
That makes the hot dog 20 times better.
Well, yeah, but
Wow.
you don't want it to. If you're boiling it, you don't want it to split open in the middle of a boiling
Right,
vat because
exactly.
it'll pop and boiling water goes flying.
Right. That's why.
Yeah.
That's cool. Then you.
But
have
also,
to
why everyone's not put the
don't
lid on.
boil hot dogs.
Yeah, it's a terrible idea. They taste way better grilled, or even on a
Just
skillet.
literally, just
A
take
bun.
the same pan, take the water out of it, and put the hot dogs in
Yeah,
it.
like,
Like
just
that's not that hard.
Fried or
Yeah.
something. Why are you boiling
So
it?
much better. Again, you get the nice crisp on the skin, and it's like actually tastes good.
Maybe some people are like, it's too rough for their teeth.
Yeah, but that
Then
I like
forget that. They don't-
Really, you
they don't
could
eat
eat hot dogs
then.
cold too because they are pre-cooked.
very
Pretty much,
unsarcastically. I just enjoy boiled hot dogs, and I would like I like to mass produce my boiled hot dogs. So I'll put 4 packs in my pot at once,
Oh my gosh.
and just set
And
it
then
up
you just
max
eat
heat.
4 packs of hot dogs. You have a food issue. Buddy.
No, that's not true.
Pop tarts, hot
No,
pockets.
Pop-Tarts,
The
Hot
hot dog
Pockets,
thing.
and
The hot dog
milking.
thing. The hot dog thing was sarcastic. I lied to you. I hate.
I lied to you.
I actually do hate boiled hot dogs. I never enjoyed it. Like it's actually, I developed a hate for hot dogs growing up because my mom would always boil my hot dogs, and I was like, this just tastes terrible. Because I went to a restaurant and I was like, wow.
It's basic. At that point, it's basically boiled pig's feet.
Why
Yeah.
are you
That's
eating
pretty
a
much-
hot dog at a
Wow.
restaurant?
Listen, dude, don't want to hear it. Okay?
No, Disney's
I
like
don't want to hear
That's
it.
for like ballparks and
It's a
like
Disney
Foot-long
like
hot dog.
foot long hot dog are really
Those
good.
are pretty good.
Those are
$50.
like the only good hot
Never
dogs.
had
Pretzels
them.
are super good.
What?
pretzels.
Yes.
That's where we're going.
pretzel
I like
dogs.
pretzels.
They're mini corn dogs.
Pretzel
Why
dogs
is
are
there
not a
no
national
like
starter.
set
Yeah.
regulation on how much salt should be on a pretzel?
There is a
Well,
regulation.
No,
It's-
there's not. They just no. That is the wrong.
No one can
People
see
just
it.
like dunk it,
It's
like
quite wrong.
wet
There should
it,
be-
and
there
then they
should be
dunk it in the
An
salt
FDA
thing. No,
rule
yeah.
for salt level on
You
your
can't.
pretzel.
That's the point, though. You can't do that because you have to get it to stick to the pretzel, and the only way to do that is to spread
Right.
the pretzel, dunk it, and
But
sometimes.
why
it
do
does
we
one
waste
another.
our time mining so much salt if I'm just gonna knock it off the pretzels? Anyway.
Well, why are you knocking it off the pretzel?
Because you don't want all that cholesterol.
Every
Oh, you guys are
salt,
ridiculous.
every salt particle you dust off your pretzel is another
Hey,
tax
I
dollar
had
down
high
the
blood
drain.
pressure. I had high blood pressure the other day. I have to watch my cholesterol.
Wow.
That's actually real though.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Aren't you a little too young for that?
You're way too young.
Yeah.
It's because you drink too much soda.
Well,
Probably. Yeah.
I drink way too much soda. I don't have any.
That's why you drink Coke Zero, and
When was
you'll
the
be a
last time
healthy
you went to the
life.
doctor?
But some
Healthy
people
liver.
like
There you go.
the fluffiness
I
of
might
the
die
pretzel
soon.
rather than the freaking saltiness
Give
of
it
the
up
pretzel.
on the pretzel.
The
Whatever.
fluffiness of the pretzel.